gang, and welcome back to another finished project overview. Before you today is a unfinished and unnamed project that I'd worked on. That was kind of a quick get out of the rut kind of build. I'd thrifted a couple these Crossfire bows, and performance was sad, and modability was, weak. And so I thought, it's kind of got some cool shell details, but I wasn't really sure what else to do with it. At the same time, I had thrifted, or got on Craigslist, like 4 or 5 Retaliators in one lot for next to nothing. And so I had a bunch of Retaliators that I didn't know what else to do with. And, at the same time, roughly, I'd seen a picture of a similar integration done, as far as the Retaliator Crossfire, that I'd seen, and I just thought, there's probably a better way to do that. I think you could do that a little cleaner. And so, this was a project that I wasn't really didn't have a fire in my belly for. It was just kind of a, I wonder how practical this would be, or I wonder how I can make this work. So the hardest part, I think, of the project was taking something like the Retaliator that's so sawed off on the front and straight, and trying to integrate anything onto it and have it not look like it's just a sawed off, kind of a cut and glued on kind of affair. Notable details are the addition of a Alpha Trooper. This is part of the lower grip of the Alpha Trooper that I put on the top to add as kind of a reinforcement, so to speak, something to brace your hand against. Even though this is a stock spring load, I figured, under higher spring loads, this was before the days of pump action Retaliators, that you could, use that to kind of brace against. And at the same time, you can also actually sight through it and have it meet up with the front iron sight on the Crossfire part, which is kind of an added bonus. Also, wasn't sure really what to do with the bowstrings, but wanted them to be there so it wasn't just a set of wings on the front. And what they do is they automatically return the priming slide, which makes it difficult to swap magazines and things like that, but it is kind of a fun feature. During part of the integration, then I came to, this part came in straight and just kind of died, as I recall. So I was able to take a piece of the shell that I'd cut out and trim it to fit here, so that this line comes on the Crossfire, comes down, and it was just going to go straight, as I recall. But instead, I kind of got it to hook up and meet up with this line here, and that kind of helped tie it together and also fill in some of this gap and make it look a little more consistent and a little more intentional, I guess. Also on this blaster is a extended Retaliator stock, which was basically, just take one, cut it off long on this side, take another one, cut it off long on the other side, and stick them together. And you can see the joint for sure, but it does really, really improve the comfort of the Retaliator stock, and especially, it works especially well on this blaster, having the kind of lower area on the stock, because you can rest your cheek on that and then sight through the grip and into the iron sight. So it's kind of a package deal, where if this stock would be comfortable on another blaster, it works best here. After I'd gotten the main part of the integration done, then I had the issue of kind of an unfinished feeling on the bottom of the Crossfire part, and also the lack of any kind of grip of any kind. So this portion here, which is kind of the front grip, is actually this part of the Crossfire's grip. So this little hook here is actually this part of the grip on the Crossfire bow. So that was kind of nice to be able to recycle parts onto this blaster using the existing pieces, so it's not like a mix match of different blasters. It's literally using all the usable parts off of the same too, so it is strictly a Retaliator and a Crossfire, except for the Alpha Trooper bit, but that's okay. Oh, I also used the Alpha Trooper muzzle up here as kind of a bonus, because I needed something, and I never did decide what to do with these. Like I said, this is an unfinished project, because once I kind of got the basic bodywork finished and got the start-up coat of paint on, which is why this part here is unfinished and such stuff like that, I kind of realized, I kind of proved my point. I proved that, okay, this integration can be done to where, the bodywork looks nicer, and realized that there's really no place in my heart for this build particularly, which is why I never got around to finishing the, I think I sanded the paint off of the bow arms, but never really got around to painting those. And yeah, it just kind of, it got to this point, and it's stock internals, and it's just kind of is what it is. It's clean, But yeah, it never got to the naming phase or anything. It was just always the, oh, it's that Retaliator Crossfire thing. And it doesn't really hang on the wall well, because the bow arms are there, so I have to take the bow arms off. And anyway, but I figured you guys might be interested to, see another piece of the puzzle, so to speak, as far as the progression of my builds. And this bodywork also isn't perfect, and like I have said before, when these were done, I wasn't really building them for show quality. I was more finishing them just enough to where they look nice, but I could still knock them around and play with them and loan them out without being paranoid about, the paint and stuff like that. So there's a lot of compromises that I made where I could have gone through and finished the bodywork more, but it was kind of like, why? Because I'm just going to be messing with them. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, does this look all right? Would you guys want me to finish this? Or do you think I can hawk it to somebody for something else? Or should I just leave it hanging on the wall as part of my integration story? So, thanks again for joining me on another finished project overview. And until next time, wishing blue skies and green lights to you and yours, and may all your troubles be teeny weeny ones.